Hello and welcome to today's video. This time we'll be taking a look through the latest 2 issues of the fantastic Phantasmagoria magazine as edited by Trevor Kennedy. So sit back, relax and let's take a look. Okay, so we've got 2 issues to look through. The first one is the Phantasmagoria Hellraiser Special, and then we've got the very latest issue, summer 2024, which is issue 24. Now, we'll have a look through both. Now, these are huge, as you can see, these are big magazines. If you could even call them magazines, I'd say they're more like trade paperbacks, because this one itself is 374 pages, so it's quite the tome, you could say, and the regular issue here is fairly big as well. And I did reach out to Trevor Kennedy. Now, Trevor is the creator of Phantasmagoria, and I thought, well, because I've never really covered these books in depth on the channel before, could he give us a little bit of background? So he duly obliged, and we'll have a little. I shall read that while we have a look through this special, which was on Hellraiser. So Trevor says Phantasmagoria first appeared in 2017, so 7 years ago as we filmed this, and the debut issue landing on Halloween of that year. And Trevor says it was inspired by the British genre publications of the 70s, 80s and the early 90s. Its ethos has always been to celebrate horror, fantasy and science fiction in its many and varying forms. And obviously this one here is all very much Hellraiser specific. And paying tribute to the masters of the past while looking ahead to the future. So that is its basic thing. He says in 2019, the spin-off special edition series was launched. Now that's what this one is. And he says each volume focused on a specific genre writer or theme. So special editions so far have been dedicated to R. Chetwynd Hayes, the Lovecraft Squad series of books edited by Stephen Jones. There's Trevor there. M.R. James, Ramsey Campbell, Carl Edward Wagner, Brian Lumley, Fantasy Tales, Women in Horror, and the latest one, which is Hellraiser, which is what we're looking at right now. Now, Trevor says contributors to Phantasmagoria over the years have included such highly respected names in the field as, in alphabetical order, Clive Barker, Ramsey Campbell, Neil Gaiman, Stephen Jones, Stephen King, Joe Lansdale, Samantha Lee, Thomas Ligotti, Alison Littlewood, Brian Lumley, no less, Graham Masterton, Michael Moorcock, Kim Newman, who we saw just now, David J. Schwal, David A. Sutton, and Steve Rasnick, Tem, along with many others, alongside artwork by the likes of Randy Broekner, Dave Carson, Les Edwards, Stephen E. Fabian, Alan Kozlowski, David Lloyd, Jim Pitts, Robert Seagate, Andrew Smith, and more. So there we are. Now, as you can see, this was the Hellraiser special. It's an absolutely exhaustive look at the series, everything about it, really, everything related to it, the comics, the films, the book spin-offs, the works, the influences. Plenty here, and they're great films. I mean, I remember when the first 2 or 3 were released, watching them back to back and just loving the Hellraiser movies. And it's amazing to think how long ago they actually were first released. It was a long old time, wasn't it? It really was. God, yeah, it's been ages since I've watched them. Yes, Andy Robinson. I'd forgotten he was even in it. God, yeah, I must rewatch this. Fantastic. Great actor, Andy Robinson. Never really got as many roles as he really should have. As you can see, fantastic in-depth. So let's fast forward through the rest of it, because I'm sure if you're into Hellraiser alone, this has definitely whetted your appetite. I can't remember that. Shivers, issue 1, yeah. They launched it with old Pinhead there on the front. Doug Bradley. Yeah, fantastic stuff. Yeah, it's definitely made me want to watch the first couple of Hellraisers again, I have to say. I don't think I saw any of the later ones, but, you know, I wouldn't rule it out. Yeah, great publication. Look, it's just the sheer size of it. It's, you know, we never had fanzine like this when I was growing up. I mean, this isn't a fanzine. This is, as I said, a proper trade paperback. I mean, the content of this could be put together into like a high quality book on the one subject. Just fantastic. A real love letter to the movies. And I believe this one was launched just like the day before the last London paperback show. So a lot of the people involved were actually at a signing at Forbidden Planet where this one was launched. And that's where I actually got to meet Trevor for the first time. So it was really great to meet him. And we got a bit of a friendship started. And that's why he sent me this one. And I'm more than happy to show it on the channel, as well as the latest issue, number 24. Which we'll have a look at now. So there's loads in there. So as you can see, absolutely fantastic, that one. And that was the Hellraiser Special. So it's the Special Edition series number 9. And yeah, what a great one that one is. Now this is the next regular issue, which is the number 24 and was published in summer 2024. And this one's not focused on one particular issue. It's just the latest issue. Great artwork again. Hannes Bock, that one. It's quite psychedelic almost, isn't it? I love it. I love it. So Trevor adds that over the last year, Phantasmagoria magazine has been nominated for Rondo Hatton and World Fantasy Awards, which is pretty incredible. It is a non-political magazine. A publication that welcomes everyone from all walks of life and backgrounds as we strive on our continuing mission to celebrate and examine our genre, past, present and future. So that's a great mantra. And here we are. So this is what's in this particular one. When Hell Came to London, so that was a report on the Hellraiser launch event that we just saw for the last issue. Basil Copper at 100, and Stephen Jones has just republished his book in a revised and updated form, the Basil Copper A Life in Books, and I'm very much looking forward to reviewing that one on the channel, and it will be out within a day or so of this particular review. Yeah, Mark Morris, Tentacled Monsters and Nordic Folklore, the Korshak Collection, The Shadow of Zaroff, A Century of the Most Dangerous Game, and Joshua and Lovecraft, interviewed by Trevor Kennedy. More on this page. The Devil's Music, Pulp Culture Picnic, Panic Rather, and How Elvira Saved Our Sanity, Lee Murray, Queen of Asian Kiwi Horror, June Part 2, an analysis. It's a review of June. C.C. Adams, writing horror and ninja ushers, psycho sequels, Out of This World, a retrospective of a lost show, Hatchet, a multi-layered masterpiece, and then some fiction then by Ramsey Campbell, amongst others, Stephen Laws, Tony Richards, Mark Howard Jones, all like decent names there. Our first time to watch Bud Abbott and Lou Costello meet Frankenstein. That was their classic Universal, wasn't it? Some more reviews. Phantasmagoria fans Euphoria, reader comments and feedback, and then the acknowledgement. Once again, basically 300 pages of good stuff here. Alchemy, a little advert there for the Alchemy Book of the Dead 2023. We got our introduction. So here was the signing for some of the guys signing copies of the Phantasmagoria Hellraiser Special. There we are. Brilliant. So it was the Mackie Cornwallis pub in central London on the afternoon of Saturday the 23rd. That was the official launch and sign of Phantasmagoria Hellraiser Special. For some reason I thought it was at Forbidden Planet. Well, there you go. And there's some photos over there. I recognise Kim Newman there, and obviously Steve Jones. Peter Atkins. Les Edwards there, the artist. Great stuff. Looks like a fun afternoon. There's Trevor there, the editor. Fantastic stuff. And here's some of the the books that you definitely want to be picking up by PS Publishing. I mean, they are fantastic, and these are all celebrating Basil Copper's life, which I'm really only starting to learn about myself now. Ironically, I have read him in the past. I read him when I was growing up at school in the Pan Book Horror Stories, but there's so much more of his that I've never read, so I'm looking forward now. I know a bit of context about his life and what was happening at the time. You can read these stories with a bit of, a new insight, really. So, yeah, as I said, a little review of the Basil Copper book coming up quite soon. And this is a piece summing that up by Steve Jones. Excellent stuff. There he is with Christopher Lee at the Fantasy Con. Of course, he carried on the Sherlock Holmes pastiche Solar Ponds. And these have all been reprinted now by PS Publishing, which is fantastic. Cool, look at that. Dark Voices launched London, April the 7th, 1990. Clive Barker, Steve Poindexter, and Graham Masterton, Dave McKean, Steve Jones, Chris Claremont. And the front row, Larry Niven, Josh Kirby, James Herbert, and Basil Copper. Wow. What a lineup, you could say. How amazing. Yeah, some of Mark Morris's work. The Doctor Who, I remember Toady, I remember selling that in my book selling days. As you can see, absolutely stacks and stacks to get into here. Yeah, that was at the Windy City Con in Chicago 2018. I'm very much going to try and get over to the American paperback shows in Chicago or LA in the next few years with a bit of luck. I'd love to go over and film those. A great artwork of Virgil Finley, look at that. Oh, that's great, isn't it? Now, we can't go through every single page. There's just too much to look at. But I will sort of flick through here. So, once again, these are available direct from the Phantasmagoria website, or you can get them through Amazon. That's might be your easiest way. They're available worldwide. I'm not sure how frequently they come out. I think they're at least quarterly, I think. So, but as you can see, there's an awful lot of content in here. There really, really is. And that's by no means a bad thing. It's fantastic. I said, if something like this had been out, in the 90s, I think it would have just done absolutely great guns. I mean, the fact that it's still going now is fantastic, and I hope that this video just brings it to a wider audience because, as you can see, you're not being shortchanged here at all. It's well illustrated. There's loads to get stuck into, and I think from that point of view, it should be completely commended. This is the fiction part as well, of course. Give writers that chance to get out to a wider audience. There we are. Absolutely fantastic. Great stuff. So thanks very much, Trevor, for sending this latest issue down. I haven't quite read it all yet, but it's on my TBR to dip in and out of. Loads there to be read. And as I said, that one with the latest special edition one, a couple of absolutely stonking books. And I will, of course, in the description down below, put links to the official website, as well as if you want to pick these up off Amazon yourself, should you fancy it. So there you go. Hope you enjoyed that little look through Phantasmagoria. What a magazine it is. If you have, do please give the video a thumbs up. Do please hit the subscribe button if you've not already for regular fantasy, horror, and this sort of content. And I look forward to seeing you again very soon. Bye.